Jason, he's frozen like in this like introspective profile shot.
Yep. That's good. You end up being a distraction anyway. Now it's back.
Oh, damn it. I was going to take a screenshot of that.
Oh, that's a face. Take that one.
That one's frozen.
Oh my God, that's frozen. Take that one.
You're kidding.
Yes. Quick.
Bastards.
Quick. Yes. No, wait. Oh, yes, I got it.
Oh my God, that's the best.
That is your new profile pic.
It's an old man fart right there. You got to be careful because you never know if it's a fart or not. And we are back finally. Sorry for the delay. We had some hurricanes coming through, or at least one of them, and tropical storms, which delayed us a little bit. Plus, we also spent an entire weekend devouring the Modern Warfare 2 beta. So that is probably going to capitalize the majority of the conversation we have today. So let us get started. So Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty, had a beta a couple weeks ago for both the PlayStation and Xbox, and then PC players as well. And they had 4 multiplayer maps, which included. They didn't have Hardpoint, or did they have?
Ken.
Remember?
Wait,
Hardpoint?
They did.
Wait,
Okay.
Ken.
Yeah.
Jason didn't interrupt you.
Oh, is he
Is
here?
he still there?
Oh, I'm here.
He's frozen.
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
So where's the interruption? I had to take.
I respect
to do
Ken.
it. Sorry,
I
Ken.
respect him.
Oh, I see.
Whoa, Stuart! I'm gonna just gloss right over that one. What do you think?
I think it's less respect than he's sort of scared of Ken. I think it's more what it is.
That could be it. I think I would err on that side. Sorry, Ken. I apologize for the
No
for being
worries.
Jason. I
No
apologize.
worries.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they concentrated mostly on multiplayer. They didn't have a single player or a Warzone component. However, they did have a large scale, which they're calling Invasion and Ground War. Ground War is probably the more common name for it, but they had Invasion as well. So let us give some impressions. So let's start off with some of the visuals and graphics. Now, understanding that this is a beta and that it is not the full production product, I was pretty impressed with the graphics. I thought it was pretty polished.
I would agree.
I mean,
Right,
I think it was
Josh?
polished. I have a feeling that graphics will up. Because it looked a
I think
little rough, but it was good.
I don't know, man. I think the attention to detail for a beta, what I was impressed with was the attention to detail. Right? I mean, it seemed more done, and maybe because it's so close, but I mean, in the past it's been a little bit more blocky and a little bit. I was impressed. I thought it looked good, and if it gets better, Josh, then that's even better. I think
I didn't mean to say that it was bad. It's just I could tell it's beta level.
So do you think that it's going to improve? Because, I mean, if you think about it, this is supposed to be next gen, right? This was built on all the next gen hardware and built on the next gen engines and all that stuff. So are we expecting that the visuals and graphics are going to be better once it's released?
Well, if we use the Vanguard, which we hate, if we use Vanguard as a, at least I do. I despise, I guess is a better term. But if we use that as a comparison,
is that really different?
The beta was actually the difference between the beta and the actual launch graphics were extraordinary. So if we use that, the graphics for the beta of this was pretty amazing. So just think, if they correct whatever imperfections in that first round, it'd be pretty amazing.
Yeah, I remember on the last couple of betas complaining about not being able to see people. This one seemed better than those. So, yeah, we'll see. Anyway, sorry, Ken.
I did have a little trouble seeing, but that just could be my eyes.
Would you say that the graphics of this beta, the Modern Warfare 2 beta, are better than the current released version of Vanguard?
Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
So hopefully that brings itself to.
It's just such a different game than Vanguard.
Well, different developer. It's Infinity Ward again. It's no longer Sledgehammer, and I think it looked great, and I'm really
Yeah.
impressed. And I'm really excited for the release on October 28th. So, all right, let's talk about the UI and navigation. Did you guys? They did change a little bit how you get into the game, how you manage the game, how you get to your friends, how do you find your friends, and all that stuff.
It was a
Do you
little.
think it was an improvement?
I think the weapons part was a little clunky for me.
The gunsmith.
Once I think you helped me figure out the whole tree or whatever that is.
Yep.
Where you can kind of understand how it flows. But I think also because they didn't have all the weapons available and all the attachments, that made it a little weird too. So
Yeah.
I'm expecting to be able to get through that. But I feel like overall it was pretty good. I mean,
it was intuitive, right? It wasn't so
me.
frustrating, right? I agree with you. I think the weapon, the gunsmith took some getting used to. Obviously, it's a huge departure from what they've done before. What also added confusion is that we also had some beta rewards that we had got for pre-ordering the beta or pre-ordering the game, and those were included, and they weren't a part of the 2 beta trees, which were was it Lapa and the MP4, right? So that added some confusion as well. But I think it's gonna be fun because I'm a completionist. I try to get the max of every weapon that they have available, so it's going to be fun for me to kind of chase that. And that was a little buggy though in the beta because the max level of the weapons were 20, although some of them
19.
Yeah, some of them would stop at 19, but they would still say 100% complete. So there's still some bugs there that they got to work out, but they've already made a huge list of things that they are going to improve upon based on beta players.
But the weapons overall, I liked. They were cool. They were definitely cool. Or the M4 is back and bad in the modern version of it, so that's good.
I agree. I thought the weapons were great. I had a really good time with the weapons. I found several that I really enjoyed using, whereas usually it's only like 1 or 2 that I like. But what do you think, Stu? You're a big weapons guy. These are more realistic in life and real world and modern day weapons.
Yeah, I haven't I fully grasped the new gunsmith yet. I need the Ken tutorial, but I think the guns felt really good. I mean, they felt real. They felt heavier. You know what I mean? They felt like they were more real. God, and it's weird to say guns feel heavier when you're playing a virtual game, but it just felt like the recoil, the sound, everything seemed really good. And I thought they shot great, and they weren't. I mean, I didn't see anything that needed. I'm sure there were stuff that needed to be
shotguns.
Yeah, okay, the shotguns. Okay, fair point. The shotguns that can kill you from about 400 yards away might be a little much, but.
Besides the shotguns, though, were there any weapons that were kind of overpowered? Like we were always frustrated with some of the akimbo shotguns, or
I don't think so on the guns. I think there was like on the not the attachments, but the things like the Semtex and others. There's things that were sort of like, would I ever use it, or was it could I use it fast enough? I'm trying to remember a couple of things that were like, I wanted to use it, but just didn't make sense.
The camera thing.
What do you call it? The double. What do we call the double bumpers? It's the
score streaks.
No,
oh my goodness.
The small radar you could throw out, or the cluster
cameras.
mine or
the
whatever.
cameras.
Yeah.
Those were
cameras
that one.
Too.
I forget what that's called, but anyway. Those were a little weird. I couldn't figure out exactly which one I wanted to use.
Field upgrade.
Thank you, Kenneth. I settled into that close radar thing where you could just drop it and then you could see a ping like in a certain radius.
Yeah, and then it would go away pretty quickly.
Yeah, it would drop. Drop.
The camera wasn't great. I mean, the camera was because you had to sort of switch to a different view to see it. So at that point, you die, right? You don't have time to. You need to be notified. I know it has it on the screen. It basically turns some gold or whatever, but it's not a place I could see it. So I think that could be interesting if we were playing as a team and if we had cameras up and someone's like, "Hey guys, just saw somebody pass." Like what you want to do, if we think about it, if we can use those cameras to put them on entryways, like we just played Yamato, right? And if you had it where if a guy is coming from behind to come by and you put a camera where you immediately know when someone is approaching you from behind, then that would be interesting. But we got to be disciplined enough to watch for it, because that's the
We're
tricky
pretty
part. But I thought
disciplined.
it was an interesting ad. Yeah, I'm pretty disciplined.
We're definitely
Hey,
pretty
Jason, you
disciplined.
use the
This
cameras
group.
more than any of us. Were you able to mark enemies with that?
There was one time that I could use it the way Stu suggested, and otherwise, it's just too, I don't know. There's too many clicks to get to see it quickly, and then you might be able to use it, but that doesn't make a ton of sense. It makes more sense in the use case that Stu described, where I can say, "Hey guys, they're coming around this corner," but there's no way you can do that quick.
Right.
I mean, 15-year-olds can do that quick. This group certainly can. But I liked it until I could upgrade to something else. Rewind.
Can we just rewind to Jason saying that this is a disciplined group from the least disciplined person in the group?
I was being facetious.
Irony is not lost.
I think when we do
I can't
play
see your
together,
face.
we
Your
play
video's
well.
frozen.
Yeah, your video's still frozen in the pensive.
Just imagine just a really sharp-looking guy. I'm looking at cars over here.
I think the one thing I didn't like, just a Stuart pet peeve, is the click boom. You know how much I love the click boom. Is that
Click
you don't know
boom.
when your click booms. You don't know when it's killed somebody. Like when your click boom goes off now, you get the boom and it says click. Now it doesn't tell you.
It doesn't? Are you sure?
Are you sure about that?
Either that or I never.
It might. You know what the difference I think, Stuart, is that it dies when you die.
Yes.
As opposed to like a gas mine or a click boom. I think those stick.
That's lame. Why does it do that?
I was using the claymores towards the end, and they were gone once you died.
That doesn't make any sense in
I saw that
in
too.
like real life.
I agree. I've never liked that. They've had this in previous iterations as well, and I can't remember if it was Cold War or maybe we can try that next time.
It's not because your gas mines stick out there, but that's a field upgrade. Yeah, your gas mines stick out there for a while until they get blown up. I thought
that's interesting. I don't like that feature either. I did notice that as well, and that frustrates me. That when I lay a proximity mine and then I die, the proximity mine dies with me and is not left there for the next person to step on. But yeah, that's something that they can change. Whether or not they will, I don't know. But hopefully they'll get some feedback and make that change.
I wonder if the cooking time is slower or faster. So maybe they feel like you don't need to have it wait.
It's a good point. Good point.
Because it does take a long time in Cold War for them to regen. So maybe
I agree.
That's it.
Yeah.
So while we're talking about that kind of stuff, what about the mechanics of the game, the way the character moves and all that stuff? How did it feel compared to previous games for you guys?
For us or for the players we're playing against?
Yeah.
Because there was a hell of a lot of jumping going on in this game.
Oh my gosh.
I forgot the jumping. Yeah. God, that was so annoying.
That was if there's one thing that would just frustrate the hell out of me in it, is the jumping, it's too, like, it's so rewarded,
Yeah, that's a really good point. And we've mentioned this in the past, that I feel like jumping should be nerfed or penalized or something, or add a stamina that keeps you from being able to jump all the time. But during this beta, I find the same things, that people were jumping into the doorways to avoid the low shots or whatever. But you're harder to shoot when you're jumping, but it's not realistic. And for old guys like us, when we play, we try to play realistically, trying to cover each other and all that stuff. And that's just, you can't compete with that. It was really, really frustrating.
Yeah, I think it's probably just going to take time, because I hope, because I think all of us were in negative, which is not necessarily doesn't hold true in Vanguard or Cold War. So hoping that it's just the new game, getting used to it.
Well, there was a ton of cheaters.
Cheaters.
Yeah, there was. I read articles about it.
I mean,
you did?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
look at articles. There's tons of cheaters. Tons of cheaters.
So that's
verified
that's
cheaters.
Like,
that's what you're saying. Verified cheaters, where the developer said.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
What were they doing? They just had like wall hacks and stuff,
Yeah.
Autobots,
A lot
auto aiming, and
of
all that stuff.
a lot of aimbots.
They didn't have Ricochet.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
And it was pretty,
Well, they have
I
turned
thought
on
they did.
Ricochet. They did turn it on, but I guess they were still field testing that right during the beta too. So, because it has to interact with this new game, it's still different. So they had to rewrite Ricochet to accommodate. But
yep. I mean, it
other
says
than
here,
that, about go ahead. Stu.
Did they?
well, it did say, I put it in the chat too. It says that players are skeptical about whether the developer will resolve these issues by launch, which is discouraging some from purchasing the PC version.
Wow.
And it says basically they're advising many fans have advised
Avoiding
PlayStation
crossplay.
and Xbox players to avoid crossplay.
Interesting.
The problem with avoiding crossplay is I think you can't do the large scale games if
can't. It
yeah.
makes you, because there was one game we jumped into where it said you have to turn crossplay on. I
Yeah, it was
remember
either
which one it
ground
was.
war or invasion. Yeah. Which is frustrating, right? Because we do enjoy those large scale games as well, but we do not like playing with the PC folks.
Well, maybe they're pushing all resources to get it for Warzone when it releases to make sure that it's out for that. and then
Fingers
apply it to
crossed,
the
right?
rest.
What about other movements? How the mantling, the aiming, were we able to actually mount weapons in this game?
Yeah.
You could,
Yep.
if I recall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could.
Mounting was
so we
good.
can mount again.
I got used to the new slide, so that was fine. I did not get used to the dolphin flop yet, but I think
that is stupid.
But I do think that'll be useful. Like if you're, no, I think it's useful. You think about this, like if you're being if you're running and all of a sudden someone's shooting at you and you're going into a doorway, if you go in sort of like we normally go into, or a window, if you go in normally, you're going to get shot. If you can dolphin flop in, you might stay alive.
Yeah, but again,
So
is that a real move?
I think it will come into play. Well, yeah, because if I were playing, what is the game type that we love playing right now? Demolition. So one of the frustrations I have with now Cold War going into Demolition is that when I get to the bomb, I can't drop to my belly fast enough.
Yes, I agree 100% with that.
This dolphin flop would be the perfect application for that, where I can dive into the bomb on my belly and immediately start doing the arming of the bomb. Right. So I do like it. It looks ridiculous right now, and there's also some things with the movement looks ridiculous. We all mentioned when we first started that the characters, seeing other characters on the map running around looked weird. Like there was something, I don't want to say uncanny valley, but there was something weird about how they moved. It was almost jittery or something. So hopefully they'll iron that out as well.
Yeah.
The thing with the dolphin, I couldn't figure. I was trying to slide, but then I would end up dolphin diving. So that was a little weird because I think if you hold it down is when you dolphin dive.
Yes.
And if you tap, you slide. So that took a minute to get used to. Jason, do we want to let Jason rejoin? Is he even on?
I'm on, but it's a really long delay.
But his audio's delayed.
When I butt in like perfect timing, it's like you guys will all stop and then you finally hear me. It's really weird.
Well, it sounds okay now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine now. Your video's good.
Yeah, we can see you now.
Yeah, I can see.
So why don't we continue on? So Jason, why don't we ask you some questions? Ken, why don't you ask Jason some questions?
Well, Jason, what did you think about the maps?
I mean, I thought the whole game was really well done. Because it felt like 2 or 3 weeks ago because the storm was in between then and now. So I really can't think. You guys are saying so many things that just triggered the memories. The maps I cannot remember. I'm sure they were beautiful. I just thought the game.
So we had
Greenberg. You love the big map, remember?
I love the big map. I love those, whatever the game types are on the big maps. They're super cool. I just thought that
ground war and invasion.
The thing that blew me away, just like on Vanguard, I have to admit, the thing that we first saw on Vanguard that we hadn't seen before, and there's a name for it, Ken, which is how the environment gets blown up and
destructible.
That was even better on this game. Like I just would go into a small little room and I would just fire on. Oh, now I can remember the maps. Like the hotel, you go into the kitchen of the hotel and you fire on all of the stuff that's on the cabinets and the shelves. It all collapses perfectly or gets blown up perfectly. So I thought that was pretty amazing. And if that's just, again, I go back to the point, if that's the beta and it's only going to get better and refined, I'm super excited. I think this game is going to be, I'm hoping the Warzone version of this game is going to be our favorite yet.
Yeah, I'm hoping as well. And we got a glimpse of it with the ground war and invasion maps. I'm trying to remember, there was I can't remember, El Said and some other ones.
Yeah.
But as far as the 6v6 maps, there was the Greenberg Hotel, Farm 18, which was a makeshift shooting gallery and maze map, and then Mercado Los Alamos, which is probably by far the smallest one. That was crazy.
It's cool.
And then the museum, which I thought was just gorgeous.
Yes.
The Valderas Museum.
Can I give a gripe?
Please.
I mean, the one gripe I have on the big maps was invasion and the bots. I don't think the bots.
Yeah, the bots are dumb.
I think.
Get rid of them.
Silly.
I think the bot. Yeah, I don't understand. I get what they're trying to do, but it's got to be really good, or it's just stupid and distracting. And then you're going to get killed by a real human because you're chasing some bot.
Right.
Can you adjust?
It doesn't make sense.
Can you adjust the difficulty of them? Because it seemed like they were really easy to kill. And I think your point, if they're going to have,
and that's where I think you just got to play. Sorry, go ahead.
No, if they're going to have bots, the bots need to be a lot better than they were, because they just were a distraction. They got in your way.
Agreed.
Yeah, and I think there's enough players on the map to where you don't have to have all that nonsense. I'm curious to see if there's like a write-up on why they did it that way.
Well, there have been some conversations about going to using bots, basically filling the map out. But if you remember with, I think it was when Cold War, they had a couple of times that they had a 50v50. Now, it was in a very small part of Verdansk, but it was a lot of fun. You know, they were all humans, and it was a lot going on. Now, it wasn't including vehicles and all that other stuff that Ground War does, but they have had large-scale Ground War without bots, and I think it has gone pretty well. So I'm not entirely sure why they're bringing the bots in.
I think for that version, it was only a subsection of the map. Like, it would always be in the whatever that shipment area is called, the cargo area, is contained to that. So that made 50v50 way more hectic.
But was it
than having a really large?
Wasn't that with those the trucks that you had to help along their path to get to the end? Was that a different game type than the 50 versus 50?
That was Warzone.
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, that was.
But I thought those were all in Warzone, weren't they?
I don't think the 50v50 was in Warzone, was it?
I think
maybe it was. Maybe you're right.
I think it was.
Maybe that was a Warzone thing.
It was Rumble, and those
but I don't know how big
Rumble.
the Ground Wars were
Rumble.
prior. To be honest with you, Rumble, yeah. Well, let's take a break and we'll come right back. And now back to the show. Okay, so let's talk about. We talked a little bit about the gameplay and the maps and modes and all that stuff. So what are you guys looking forward to? What are you looking forward to them bringing out, or excited about, or want them to bring out when the real game goes live on October 28th?
I mean, I know most people are going to say the Warzone stuff, but I want to bring back some OG maps. You know, stuff we haven't seen for a long time. Like Terminal is like one that I've been itching to get, and it hasn't been. So I'm hoping that they do that, and it doesn't have to be shipment. Like, it's fine. Like,
so shipment. So it's funny you mentioned that. Two things. One, I think shipment and shoot house are confirmed for the launch.
Oh, cool. Okay, shoot house. I missed that one. Yeah.
One thing that they are saying is that in the middle of year, so beginning of year 2, year 1, end of year 1, they're going to release, which might be a paid release, is what the rumors are. Maybe not. They're going to have like 14 years of map releases. In other words, all those old maps that are remastered.
Oh, wow.
Redone.
So I would pay for that.
Yeah, I'll find it. But I saw a video on it. I was trying to find it actually before you brought it up.
But to celebrate 20 years of Call of Duty, a paid greatest hits map pack is in development. on top of Modern Warfare 2 maps. These would also include other classic maps from Infinity Ward, Treyarch, and Sledgehammer's catalog, meant to be
Oh,
released
nice.
for year 2.
That's a big deal, right? That has it from all the
Here's
different
some names:
studios.
Afghan, Derail, Estate, Favela, High Rise, Invasion, Karachi, Quarry, Rundown, Rust, Scrapyard, Skid Row, Subbase, Terminal. And Terminal, I think that's the one.
Rust was fun.
Rust was
That
fun.
was
Rust
Didn't you
super
mention
small.
Terminal, Josh? You really enjoyed Terminal.
Terminal.
Do
was
they
cool.
have? Did it? Was Terminal on there?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the last one he mentioned.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh, there's a
You
website.
can sit in the cockpit of the plane,
Sorry.
shoot out.
There's a website. I was just thinking.
No, go, Jason. Go.
There's a website called CallOfDutyMaps.com. It literally has every Call of Duty map from every game ever.
Oh, that's
You can
awesome.
click in and see them. Because when you guys mention these maps, I can't quite remember until I see it. So this is a cool way to go back and look by game exactly what map you're talking
Oh,
about.
wow. Very cool.
That is cool. I need to check this out.
So I think, for me, I'm looking for. So can you ask me? Look forward. I know I can't look forward to campaign together because I don't think we can do that right. But I am looking forward to Warzone. I'm looking forward to a Warzone map because when you're in Invasion or whatever those DMZ or whatever it's called, we look at the scale of the new Warzone map. It looks amazing. So I'm excited about a map that is of scale. We can start exploiting. Then they start doing the things that they do with, opening up bunkers and having code challenges and all that stuff that makes it fun. So I'm hoping, A, I prefer this developer. B, I'm excited about a newer, bigger, broader map. And then, we know that there'll be tweaks and edits and hopefully they can deal with the cheating, but that's what I'm excited about.
Very cool.
Yeah, I was just looking through the site, Jason, and it reminded me that I pretty much skipped Infinite Warfare because I hated it.
Yeah, I can't remember any of those either.
So there's some news coming out too. Infinite Warfare apparently is going to be the next iteration next year. That's
when they introduced. I think that might have been the second version where they introduced the jump pack thing where you could walk on the walls, and
it was a more futuristic version of the Call of Duty stuff. The weapons there were all kind of futuristic, but not like Halo, but they were still. It kind of reminds me of Titanfall.
The maps are super
reminded
futuristic too. I'm just looking at the maps on Infinite Warfare. Yeah, I don't remember this one at all.
So here's a list. Here's a list of the Modern Warfare 2 maps. So there's one called Grand Prix, which apparently is in Asia somewhere. But there's Oil Field Museum, Dogtown, Esports Gym, Exhume, Fallout, Favela, Firing Range, Floating Bay, Kill House, Lighthouse, Luxury, Mountain Town, Narcos, and there's more to be announced beyond that. So that's a lot of maps, and I don't know if they're going to all be available when the game kicks off, but I'm excited for them. I think I love the visuals. I was very impressed. I spent probably my first game looking at things like textures on walls and crazy stupid stuff like that. But I'm really excited about it. Here's a list of the multiplayer modes: gunfight, capture the flag, bounty, kill confirmed, cranked, cyber attack, demolition, domination, infected, free for all, hardpoint, headquarters, search and destroy, team deathmatch, ground war bomb, knockout, all or nothing, and prisoner rescue. Now the headquarters, I had forgotten about that one. That is kind of like a mix between hardpoint and demolition, where you have to hold a position, you have to initiate the position and hold it for a length of time, and that is how you win the game, is points of holding that headquarters.
And you don't respawn if you have the headquarters.
Yeah, I think that was true as well. Yep.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was a good mode.
Yeah,
that was Modern Warfare.
We played that in that construction site a lot, right? I think there was a
Shoot House, I think.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go look at
Shoot
the map.
House, yeah.
Yep.
Because it was called, wasn't it called Shoot the Ship? And it was that and Shipment together.
Yep, that's right. cool. All right. So that covers, I think, the beta. Unless you guys have any other topics you wanted to talk about the beta,
We're all
we can
taking the
certainly.
28th off, right?
I have.
I
I mean,
I think
I have other things I'm going on at that time. Yes, I want to play as soon as possible. I'm excited for this thing. It gave me a new resurgence for my love for Call of Duty.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
can tell. Like, let's dive into that a little bit. I haven't seen you this excited about even a game in general, much less Call of Duty, in a long time. Like, you
I
are
I
pumped.
played the
I love it.
beta all weekend long. I absolutely loved it. I thought I was really impressed with it, and I'm really enjoying it. Um, when we play now after the beta is closed, we play Call of Duty. I'm just like, oh, I'm so bored with this, I'm bored with Cold War. Obviously, we've abandoned Vanguard, and
Completely.
we don't think to play Warzone all that much because there's not a lot of changes going on there. But hopefully, when October comes later this month, they'll have a Halloween update to Warzone before they launch the new Warzone 2.0 in November. Hopefully, that'll bring some more enjoyment for me for Warzone. It's only rumored at this point, so hopefully something will come of it. All right. Anybody else have any other topics that you
Yeah, I
wanted
got
to
one.
talk about on this episode?
I just saw
Oh, brilliant.
the games that are coming to Xbox this week, and one of them, there's a whole list, of course, all the fantasy games that we don't like at all, but there was one on here that caught my eye: Winter Games 2023 multiplayer. So remember the whole Winter Games, Summer Games franchise? So Winter Games 2023, you got to check out, click the video. I just shared the link. Click the video on the Winter Games 2023 and watch it. It looks like it'll be fun. Will it be something that we get into big time? But speed skating, ski jumping, bobsled, luge, downhill. It looks super cool. Even curling. So that could.
Oh, I'm in.
Oh, yeah.
Biathlon for Stewie. Stu will like the biathlon. Snowboarding.
Oh, yeah.
It looks actually pretty good. And they don't try to be like super realistic with the graphics. Looks cool.
Okay.
I was thinking about this in biathlon the other day. Like, I was thinking they use these like custom little 22s that weigh nothing, that are perfectly
That's what they sound
matched. I think that I think they should carry I think it should be like an
A Desert
RPG
Eagle
or something. It should be more fun.
RPG.
It should number one have some. I think it should have some scale to it, and I think it should be like a shoot house. Right? That'd be way more exciting than just watching somebody's like,
Yeah. Well, it's really hard to aim an RPG to hit a small target like that, but that would be fun to watch, and it could be a very long competition, though.
You glossed over Nickelodeon Kart Racers 3 Slime Speedway.
That does look kind of cool.
Did he gloss over it, Josh?
Yeah.
What is
It's
it?
a kart racer. It's like a
Slime
Super Mario Kart sort of knockoff. I saw a little trailer for it on Game Pass too. There's a lot of stuff coming. Like what I didn't see.
And I see.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Jason. I see 2K Golf 2K. Has that always, is this the first?
Yeah, I never
2K?
I had the same thought. 2K23 stars Tiger Woods. It looks pretty good. I'm just watching the trailer.
Good question. I don't know if 2K ever had golf before.
Yeah, I don't either, because they have. I think they have. EA has had it for a long time.
The graphics look
Oh, yeah.
insane.
And I think it was Rory McIlroy was the last one. So, yeah.
And the fact they got Tiger Woods on it.
I gotta check.
Oh,
this
it was
one out.
always called PGA Tour.
Yes.
Yeah. PGA Tour 2K3. I think they've had that before.
Interesting. It's been a long time since I played a good golf.
Well, they got some multiplayer co-op golf with my friends. I mean, it's a little fun. It's not a sim, but it's should be fun to play. Now, Jason, you had mentioned one that you want us all to start trying called Grounded.
And I think it's a Microsoft original, right? If I'm not mistaken. I played the beta when it first
think you're
dropped.
right.
They had a free play weekend or something like that, and it was rough then, but it looked really cool. The gameplay was not that great, and I was playing by myself. But now they have the final release, and they just pushed their first major update this weekend. It's multiplayer, 2 to 4 co-op, and I just thought it would be fun to try something different. That just is like these kids get shrunk down, or for some reason they're shrunk down. I don't know the backstory. But then you have to like make it through the backyard. It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but you have to make it through all this, these different challenges. It looks kind of cool. I thought it would be something fun and different to try. It's free. What the hell? Josh probably didn't
I
download
agree.
it yet.
I think it would be fun.
You sent the text at like
No,
10:30.
sent it twice.
I was at a basketball
last night,
game
sent it
for my
today.
son, and
Jason?
and as we've talked about ad nauseum, the text chain is now
Yes.
is a little
Don't
nutty.
get Suey started.
So I'll just leave it there. Discuss. Sorry, I hit the microphone.
All right, I think probably the next episode we record, we are going to solely sit there and try to fix our text thread and try to figure it out while we're
That'll
recording.
bring in the listeners.
2 of us are on iOS and 2 of us are on Android. Guess which ones?
2 of us went to UCF. 2 of us went to
Yeah, that should be an easy one for you.
Oh,
Over-engineered,
our engineers.
over-engineered, and perfectly engineered. So take it from there.
Oh my.
Innovative, non-innovative.
You want to go there?
wow.
We made a bigger
That one I
square
might try
watch.
to know.
Bigger square watch, everybody. It's a square watch. It's the new coming of the new
But
savior.
It's amazing
Do
how
you guys have an Android watch on, or like?
No, because why? I have
Does that
a
exist?
clock on my phone, so I don't understand.
so,
Oh, cool.
on your laptop,
So, you know,
on
I guess
your
you can do
foldable
more than tell time on an
mini
Apple
laptop in your pocket.
Watch.
Yes.
Woo! This could be its own topic.
Hello?
Just sit here and argue
Yeah.
iOS
Yeah.
versus
Old guys,
Android.
old
Really
guys
good.
rant on tech. Yes, we should,
Yeah.
we'll get Ken. We'll give Ken his own metaverse rant, but we'll put that aside for today.
Right.
All right. Well, I think we pretty much.
I do have one show that I wanted, or movie that it's not really a show. It's like a short movie that I want you guys to all watch. I was really excited about it, and I watched it today, and I really liked it. It was called Werewolf by Night.
Ooh.
It's actually based on Marvel characters or Marvel comic books.
I've heard about this.
stories
What's it
about
on?
werewolf. And it's really, it's on Disney Plus. I really enjoyed it. One of the coolest things about it is that it tries to emulate an old Universal Monsters feel. It's black and white.
Oh wow.
And it's got a little bit of comedy in there as well. But the cool thing is that they talk about the Bloodstone, which is red, obviously Bloodstone, and it always is red in the show, even though everything else is black
That's
and
cool.
white. So it's really
That's
cool
a neat
how
device.
they do that.
That's a film term.
It's okay, all right, yes,
Laura
yes.
Donnelly.
Whew. Well, they also the film style is actually kind of cool because they even emulated the white circles in the upper right hand corner, which were accused for editing, which I thought was kind of cool because they used to print right to film. So I really liked it. And I think you'll really enjoy it. And I'm excited for you guys to watch it and talk about it. And Stuart, you and I want to talk about some of the comic references that are made in there as well, which
I'll
you'll know right off the
definitely
bat.
watch it.
It's only about an hour long, so.
Okay, I'll watch it. I'll watch it this weekend. It looks good. I heard I've been hearing whispers about it. So I'll take a look.
Yeah, I
What
think they
else?
might start
Oh, yeah.
introducing into the Marvel universe some of the monsters as well that they've had, because they used to have a Dark Avengers type thing as well. So hopefully they'll start doing that if they don't screw it up.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, they screwed up Morbius, so we'll see how they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. My daughter said it was unwatchable, that one.
It was a tough watch. I'm not a big fan of Jared Leto anyway, but that was a rough watch. But okay, I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up. I think we got a hard out for Josh here. He's got to go to a basketball game, so
Peace.
we'll close up
Yes,
shop
thank
here. So, do you want me to write down who the order is?
No, let's
Or
try
just-
it. Let's
or
try
just
it. Let's
say
do it in reverse.
Let's try it. Oh,
Let's go backwards.
well, I'm just glad I'm starting at this point.
I think I'm good. I think I got it.
All right.
Not
All right.
backwards. Not backward.
Forward.
We are old guys playing games. I'm Ken.
It's not my fault this time.
It is your fault.
It is your fault,
Damn
Stuart.
it. It's you. Actually, I'm dyslexic. I thought, okay, it's my fault.
You keep using that excuse.
Dude,
What was the order you had? What was the
Reverse
order?
would have been
What
good.
did you write down?
What did you write
KJ.
down? KJ, really? Wow.
Yeah, I for a second I have trouble with that. For a
Really?
second, yeah.
Did you
Kylie
not see
Jenner.
me doing it in my head? I was actually going KJLMNOP. I don't know why.
Okay, interesting.
I apologize for my. I clearly I have.
You're
I
a
have an
Kardashian
issue.
fan.
No.
All right,
So
we'll try this again.
Sorry,
This is old guys playing games. I'm Ken.
I'm Stuart.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Josh.
Yay! See you next time.
That was-
I swear to God, I'm so dyslexic.